10 correctional officers went into my brother's cell, handcuffed him behind his back. They stripped him naked. They beat him up so bad he couldn't walk. And then the Sergeant Daniels, puts his boots on his head and tells him the nurse is about to be here. You better not ask for medical, or we're going to beat you up more. So they refused to give him medical. Every day, me and my family, we're going to be here in front of the courthouse. And we're naming names. Sergeant Daniels, Correctional Officer Malinsky, Correctional Officer Suda, Correctional Officer Tipton. You went into my brother's cell, handcuffed him behind his back. You stripped him naked. You beat him up. You handcuffed him behind his back and then you stripped him naked. You beat him up so bad he couldn't walk. And then the Sergeant Daniels, puts his boots on his head and tells him the nurse is about to be here. So you better not ask for medical. He doesn't give my brother medical because he doesn't want it to get documented. We FOIA requested the videos. We got a letter from the jail department saying that they have the videos, but they refuse to provide the videos. Every day, we're demanding the release of those videos. Every single day, we're going to be here. And we're demanding the release of the videos of the beating. Every single day, we're going to be here. And we're demanding the release of those videos. Investigator Drumm falsified my brother police reports. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. Sergeant Daniels, Correctional Officer Malinsky, Correctional Officer Suda, Correctional Officer Tipton. You went into my brother's cell, you handcuffed him behind his back, you stripped him naked. You beat him up so bad where he couldn't walk. And then Sergeant Daniels puts his boots on his head and tells him the nurse is about to be here. You better not ask for medical, or we're going to beat you up more. Sergeant Daniels refused to give my brother medical because he doesn't want it to get documented. We FOIA requested the videos. We got a letter from the jail department that they have the videos. They acknowledged the incident, but they refused to give out the videos. Every day we're going to be here. And we're demanding the release of those videos. Every single day. We contacted the FBI. The FBI went in. They're doing an investigation. It's only a matter of time before those correctional officers are held accountable for their crimes. The FBI sat down with us for 5 hours at our house. That's a lot of evidence that we had to give them. It's only a matter of time before those criminals are held accountable for their crimes. They operate as a gang unit. Inside the jail, they call themselves the Red Team. They have a reputation that if they start beating an inmate, they're not going to walk again. And that's exactly what they did to my brother. And I'm here every day, and I'm going to be naming names. Sergeant Daniels, Correctional Officer Tipton, Correctional Officer Suda, Correctional Officer Malinsky. You're going to be held accountable by the police department for your crimes. You beat my brother up. You handcuffed him behind his back. You stripped him naked. And you denied him medical. And now, you're refusing to release the videos. Last time I checked, we're still in America, where if you FOIA request the video, they should give them to you. But the jail department, they think they're above the law. Every day we're going to be here, and we're demanding the release of the videos of the beating. Investigator Drumm falsified my brother's police report. At the time when the investigator talked to my brother, we recorded the conversation. When the police report came out, Investigator Drumm has falsified the police report. I already publicized it. I put the audio of the conversation on YouTube under Free Mustafa Al-Jazari. On TikTok under Free Moses. They're not going to be able to silence my brother because he's got a family here. The audio of the conversation when Investigator Drumm talked to my brother, I have the audio conversation. And I put it on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, Free Mustafa Al-Jazari, you'll hear the audio. If you go on TikTok under Free Moses, the investigator falsified the police report. And he thinks he's above the law. So far, he hasn't been held accountable. But until the affairs is looking into him, and it's only a matter of time before Investigator Drumm is held accountable for his crime. God bless you, man. They falsified my brother's police report. We recorded the conversation. No one wants to hold this investigator accountable. He locked my brother up on a falsified police report, and then when he goes to jail, 10 correctional officers handcuffed my brother behind his back, stripped him naked, beat him up so bad where he can't walk, and then they refused. The sergeant puts his boots on his head, tells him the nurse is about to be here, and if you ask for a medical, we're going to beat you up more. They refused to give my brother medical because they don't want to get documented. We FOIA requested the videos. You're supposed to be able to get the videos. The jail department sent us a letter. We acknowledge the incident. We have the videos, but we're not giving you the videos. But we're going to be here every day, and we're demanding those videos of the beating. If you're on TikTok, follow my brother under Free Moses. They want to silence my brother. They beat him up because he called me on the phone and he asked me, you recorded the conversation I had with the investigator. Did you take it to the police department? Why am I still here? So 10 correctional officers go in and they beat him up. They handcuff him behind his back, strip him naked, and beat him up so bad where he can't walk. Inside that jail facility, those correctional officers call themselves the Red Team. They have a reputation that if they start beating you up, you're not going to walk again. And they're doing it to a lot of inmates in that jail facility. But not a lot of people have families on the outside to talk about it. I'm here, and I'm going to be here every single day. And I'm here for my brother and every inmate in here that's being abused by those correctional officers. These correctional officers have a reputation that if they start beating you up, you're not going to walk again. They call themselves the Red Team. They operate as a gang unit. They called themselves the Red Team. They went in, they handcuffed my brother behind his back. They stripped him naked. They beat him up so bad where he can't walk. And they refused to give him medical. We're going to be here every day until they release the videos of the beating. After the beating, they left him in a room, naked, with no medical, no water, they shut off the water supply, no clothes, naked, in a freezing room for 3 days. And then they never gave him medical. I put my brother's voice, my brother's story under TikTok. They will not silence my brother. I'm going to be here every single day. Under TikTok is Free Moses. Under YouTube, Free Mustafa Al-Jazari. On Facebook, Free Mustafa Al-Jazari. On Instagram, Free Moses. They think they can intimidate my brother by beating him up. They think that if they intimidate him so bad, he's not going to talk about Investigator Drumm falsified police report. This is my niece. You think I'm okay with her growing up in a country where it operates under Nazi Germany? I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. I refuse to live in a country that operates as Nazi Germany. I served 2 years in Iraq. When I came back, I started a company for the Marines. I hired 4 military police officers. Those are Marines. So no one can tell me that I don't support the police. But I do not support the police officer that think they're above the law. Nazi Germany wasn't always Nazi Germany. It was a beautiful country. Germany had beautiful streets. Germany had a beautiful system. It had coffee shops. It had beautiful streets. It had beautiful department stores. And then one person came along and started abusing people. And those people that were abused, they put up with it. And people that watched didn't do anything about it. It's happening to my neighbor. I'm not going to do anything about it. I got a job to worry about. I got a family to worry about. I'm not going to do anything about it. It happened to the guy across the street. I'm not going to do anything about it. It's not happening to my family. And before you know it, it's going to happen to your family. Right now, it's happening to my brother. It's happening to my family. But before you know it, it's going to happen to your family, and you're not going to be able to do a thing about it. Not one single thing. I support the police, but I do not support police officers that use the badge and the uniform to not serve and protect. Now, I'm not going to sit here and watch this tyranny happen. I can't do that even if I wanted to. I go home, I watch my mom cry. I get a phone call from my brother. He asked me, what did you do about the audio of the falsified police report? Why am I here? I just lost loved ones. I just lost my family. Why am I here? Investigator Drumm is not about the law. An investigation already started. Our Internal Affairs is already looking into Investigator Drumm. We have the audio. I publicized it. I put it on YouTube under Free Mustafa Al-Jazari. I put it on TikTok under Free Moses. This investigator is not above the law. He thinks he's above the law. He believes that he's above the law because he's done it before. He's done it before, and he got away with it. But the Lord worked through my family to record him at the time when he was talking to my brother. And he will be held accountable by the police department. It's only a matter of time before Investigator Drumm is held accountable for his crime by the police department. We recorded the conversation when this investigator talked to my brother. He falsified the police report. He obtained a warrant and arrested my brother. My brother will call my family and ask us, why am I here? I just lost my family. Why am I here? Did you take the audio of the conversation I had with the investigator? Did you take it to the police department? Did you take it to the chief of police? Next thing you know, 10 correctional officers, it's a recorded line when he called my family. Next thing you know, they want to silence him. So they sent 10 correctional officers. They handcuffed my brother behind his back. They stripped him naked. They beat him up so bad where he can't walk. They beat him up in one cell, and then they drag him down the stairs, 20 steps. They drag him. He tells me, I felt unconscious, and when I woke up from the beating, they were still beating me up. They drag him down the stairs, 20 steps, while he's handcuffed behind his back. They take him into another room, another cell, and they beat him up so bad where he can't walk. And then Sergeant Daniels tells him, he puts his boots on his head, and he tells him, the nurse is about to be here, so you better not ask for medical. They refused to give my brother medical after they got done beating him up. He can't walk. He's naked. They want to silence him. They threatened my family. I retained a lawyer for my brother. That lawyer wanted $45,000 up front, Casey Stevens. if you're in Prince William County and you need a lawyer, be careful from Casey Stevens. He wanted $45,000 up front, and I gave him $45,000. When we were made aware of the falsified police reports, we went to my brother's lawyer. We had him listen to the audio. We had him read the police report. And he's like, yep, this is a falsified police report. So we're telling him we want to file a formal complaint. He tells us he doesn't recommend filing a formal complaint because it's going to embolden prosecutor Sarah Sammy that she's going to protect our police officer, Investigator Drumm. If we make a formal, he's telling us, I've got this on video. I already uploaded it to TikTok under Free Moses. I uploaded it to YouTube under Free Mustafa Al-Zari. I have a video of the lawyer, Casey Stevens, telling my family that if we file a formal complaint against Investigator Drumm, falsified police report, it's going to embolden prosecutor Sarah Sammy to protect our police officer. We were confused. That didn't make sense to us. But he's a lawyer, and he's telling us instead, we're not going to file a formal complaint. We're going to play the audio of the falsified police report in front of the judge. Come court day, he doesn't play the audio, and then afterward, he tells us, when we tell him, why didn't you play the audio? He tells us, I forgot. Now, this lawyer has been there for over 25 years, 25 years. He tells us that he forgot to play the audio of the falsified police report to the judge. We fired him. We fired him because this lawyer is protecting Investigator Drumm. And I'm going to sue him, and I'm going to get my money back. And I'm going to make sure that he will never practice law so that he doesn't do it to anybody else. This is not a defense attorney. This is a prosecutor in a defense attorney clothing. The system is corrupt. It's that corrupt. They have people on the outside that pretend to be defense attorneys, but they're really working with the prosecutors. They're working with the corrupt police officers. And this is not my word against his words. I've got video recording of these conversations. I've got videos. I've got audios, and I already publicized it. They blame my family not to publicize it, but I'm here. I didn't serve this country in Iraq for me to get intimidated from tyranny. There's police officers that think they're above the law. They think they're going to do what they do, and people are just going to go away, get scared, and intimidated. And they've done it before, and people do get scared, do get intimidated. And that's why these police officers, they think they're above the law because they've gone away with it before. No one will silence my brother. And I'm going to be here every day in front of the court every single day.